Hello there, and welcome to another exciting episode of Dead Reflections Podcast. This is episode
43.
43. And we are your hosts,
Kolby.
Caleb.
And I'm your boy Josh, aka Drifter Voyages. Thank you for giving us another listen, and we appreciate you being here.
What are you wearing?
I'm shooting. What am I wearing? Your boy. Can I the greatest of all time, Lionel Messi.
Fucking say it into your mic.
Oh, Lionel Messi, the greatest footballer of all time.
The greatest footballer of all
Can
time.
you read that? Because I don't know what this is.
It was one of the most thrilling spectacles in sports, period, and a fairy tale ending for the game's best ever player.
Yeah, yes, sir, it was.
Yes, sir, it was.
What are you wearing?
I'm not wearing much of anything. I am wearing a Foxgrove hat. Rip. I wear this hat all the time. Go check out Foxgrove on Spotify. They're really good.
I got on the boys' dispositions. We played a show with them back in January. This episode is coming out in February-ish. Speaking of that, shout out to Ethan. Setting up a show for a little Texas run that we will be doing in March.
That's a good segue. Speaking of shows, we're doing our first small tour.
Hell yeah. By the time this comes out, we'll probably have details of it on our socials. But yeah, we're playing with a pop punk band called Flip Cup from Midland, Texas. And we're hopping on 4 of their 7 shows. It's called the Spring Breakup Tour.
Spring Breakup Tour.
Yeah.
That's so pop punk. Oh my God.
This will be Flip Cup's last run of shows. Right?
Yeah. So from what we know, us and Brightburn are probably the only heavy bands on the handful of shows.
Yeah. So if you want to come and make someone cry in the pit or cry yourself, please come out to one of these shows.
Yeah.
Because it'll be, I love pop punk, and I'm in a freaking, what are we, hardcore band, I guess is what we could call it.
Metalcore.
We play heavy country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know that a lot of people who listen to pop punk definitely listen to, genres close to ours at least. So I think you'll enjoy yourself. So please come out, buy merch.
We'll be hitting San Angelo, Dallas, Fort Worth area, Houston, and San Antonio.
And we'll be on the road for at least 2 of those days. Or 5 days.
Totally, yeah. If you've never been to a show, this would be the time to do it because we're going to for sure need the support.
Mm-hmm. We got to pay for gas and Whataburger.
Just moral,
our morality.
There you go. That's what I'm thinking of. Just keep the morale high.
We've got new songs you can check out that haven't been released yet and things like that. So it'll be fun.
So the way that we've been doing, this is 3 episodes in now, so they should kind of get a grasp of how the new season is running, right?
I would hope.
So
we also need to introduce our little friends here.
Oh yeah, shout out to Joshua Dugan at Cavender Auto Country. Make sure you go buy a car from him. Had these picked up, I believe it was Matagorda. They saw them sticking out of the sand, and they picked them up and just took them.
What?
And
so these things could be cursed.
Yeah, so we don't know what this guy is. Here, you want to switch to my camera? But it is a little totem of sorts. It's for sure been sitting in water for a while because it has no weight to it.
Looks like a dick.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Big old wang.
This one is it has a proper name, but it's known as like the yellow troll or something like that. And it was supposed to be some kind of thing that parents would set out to scare their children into like cleaning their room or something like that.
Oh yeah, a lot of like other countries, like especially across the pond, they use like scary stories to make their kids fucking go to bed.
I have a name suggestion for that little feller.
Go ahead.
Greg.
Greg.
He looks like a Greg.
Does kind of look like
It does look like a
He's
Greg.
got these little feather things all over him, but he's been sitting out in the weather.
So it's all matted.
Oh, so gross.
Yeah, then this is Tom.
Greg and Tom.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I don't know.
Yeah, it's whatever. Tom
Well,
has some bird shit.
We're
on
gonna
his
say,
head.
the new format is we're not telling all different stories. We're doing one story per person at the table.
Yeah.
Same premise. Just try to scare you at home as well as the people at the table.
Oh, I'm excited.
The title of my story is LOAB, the first cryptid of latent space.
Not associated with the Marvel character.
May I get a candle? Sounds like a candle. Is there a Marvel character named LOAB?
Or Loba.
That's
That's
not
Marvel.
the
That's
same.
fucking DC, I think. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm wrong.
I didn't even know there was a superhero name.
It's not. It's not the same at all, Josh.
Lobo, not Loba.
That's
Lobo.
still not the same.
What are you fucking talking about? He's like metal as shit, and he rides a motorcycle in the fucking sky. You don't know?
But he said lobe.
I know, it's close. Loba.
God damn. You did it earlier. You hit your clavicle or whatever. LOAB, the first cryptid of latent space. In April of 2022, a Swedish-based multimedia artist by the name of Steph Maj Swanson, or Super Composite on Twitter, created what we know to be the first ever AI-generated cryptid. Also, so hard to not say Swedish. And do the whole
Swedish.
Do the whole "It's Always Sunny" bit. Oh god. Okay. Very hard. I even thought about it right there as I was reading it. So, Super Composite is what she goes by on Twitter. She starts her Twitter thread with this. I discovered this woman, who I call LOAB, L-O-A-B, in April. The AI reproduced her more easily than most celebrities. Her presence is persistent, and she haunts every image she touches. Then, content warning. Take a seat. This is a true horror story and veers sharply into the macabre. She goes on to talk about the exact steps she took in order to get to the point where LOAB was consistently showing up, as well as increasingly graphic in nature. Using what are called negative prompt weights, the artist was able to take the first steps towards LOAB. Negative prompts in relation to AI generation are signified with a : -1. So for instance, apples : -1 will try to give you everything and anything except for apples. The complete opposite of what you're looking for. Super Composite would use one of the most prestigious actors of the 20th century as her prompt, or rather, everything but him. Most known for his roles in the Godfather series, Apocalypse Now, On the Waterfront, and many more, Marlon Brando. So, prompt, Brando, : -1. This would give this image as a result. Image 1. Okay. So, there's no proper way to say it. AI images just give you a random splurge of words and letters. But DIGITA, PNTICS, and then it's like a skyline logo looking thing. So she goes to say, I wondered if the opposite of the logo is in turn going to be a picture of Marlon Brando. So if she put what's in there, -1, will I get Marlon Brando then?
Oh, okay. Yeah, like reversing it.
Exactly. After a few minutes of rendering, Super Composite would not see any kind of resemblance to Marlon Brando or any works that he's been in, but rather met with an off-putting, here we have, quote, off-putting images, all of the same devastating-looking older woman with defined triangles of rosacea on her cheeks. Rosacea is a long-term inflammatory skin condition that causes redness, rash around the skin that's usually on your cheeks and nose. So image 2 is what came up.
Oh, fuck you. That's creepy.
So this
is
is
that a chicken? What the fuck is that?
This is also the image where the name LOAB was coined.
Is it a chicken? It looks like flowers to me.
Dude, real talk, the little eye is staring into your soul.
So top left corner, you have some words, LOAB. That's where the name comes from. There's no relation to anything, no acronym or anything like that. It's just, that's where LOAB comes from.
And it looks like it says LOAB Rosebud. Rosebud.
I think that LOAB might have been the only legible thing that actually sounded like a name, possibly.
Yeah.
So the pictures of this woman alone are creepy, to say the least. There was also 4. That was the one. As AI images, it usually gives you 4.
Yeah.
That's the one that was like the most that stuck out and had a name on it. What's even more odd is what happens when Supercomposite would use that image prompt instead of written versions from here on out. So the artist would use a friend's AI-generated art of, quote, hyper-compressed glass tunnel surrounded by angels in the style of Wes Anderson. Image 3 is going to be that picture. So you're going to give that image prompt with the LOAB image prompt and just see where it takes you. A lot of the following story is going to be direct quotes from Steph Maj Swanson's Twitter.
That picture looks like a Beatles album cover.
It does almost.
Yeah.
Like a, oh God.
Or Queen.
Yeah, or
A Queen, yeah. Just like an old school one. So this person has done thousands of images, so I don't know what the exact one following that is. It's just she did a bunch. So yeah, again, for the rest of this, we're going to be mainly looking at quotes from this Twitter thread of what she is saying. So it'll be like a quote and then the pictures that kind of follow along with it. At the end, I think everybody that has listened to this, if you're interested, you should go check out that Twitter thread for sure. It's got so much more information.
We'll link it in the description.
Exactly.
Sure.
I innocently combined this image with the original image of LOAB in an image prompt without text. For reasons we can't fully explain, nightmares ensued. Supercomposite would continue to say, through some kind of emergent statistical accident, something about this woman is adjacent to extremely gory and macabre imagery in the distribution of the AI's world's knowledge. So something about that lady always comes back as something disturbing. It's never like something nice. It's always creepy or
even that picture,
off-putting.
she looked like you could say sad, depressed. You could say haunting. You could say all kinds of different things. That's creepy.
Since LOAB was first discovered using negative prompt weights, her gestalt, or her whole perceivable being, everything we know about her, is made from a collection of traits that are equally far away from something. But her combined traits are still as cohesive a concept for those like the AI to grasp. So we are seeing something that is a mixture of a bunch of things. The AI knows exactly what it is, but we can't ask it what it is. Almost all descendant images contain a recognizable LOAB in it. Images to follow would be very gory, so much so that Supercomposite even says, quote, I don't feel comfortable posting the most disturbing ones. Borderline snuff images of dismembered, screaming children. Image 4. 4 and 5 you can do.
Holy shit!
So I guess
An AI made that?
Yeah, AI made that.
Yeah, that's fire album art.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a lot of these look like album art.
Yeah.
So it's got, you'll hear the word lobeness come up later on. It looks like her
Yeah, it does.
throughout all of this. Now here's number 5.
Yo,
Oh my god, that's a baby's head.
It looks kind of like a doll's head.
Yeah.
Following the Twitter thread a bit more shows different iterations of LOAB and things that have lobeness or obvious traits passed down from the original image that persist on. The images resulting from crossing LOAB with other images can in turn be crossbred with other images. The AI can latch onto the idea of LOAB so well that she can persist through generations of this type of crossbreeding without using the original image. So I think we've all messed around with AI a little bit. You very quickly lose what it is that you were looking for. Like within the
most definitely.
second or third.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen. This one she has gone through it so much that it'll disappear and you just keep going and it'll come back. It'll keep coming back in some form. Yeah. So to further prove this statement, the artist would show a few images using extreme crossbreedings between different methods that show that LOAB still comes through consistently. So image 6 is LOAB as Kirby. Not at all what you would think.
Jesus Christ. It looks like
I saw Thomas the Train.
like emo Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, or
Image.
like an Elmo, like
Oh,
a
yeah, I could see
Sesame
that.
Street like character.
So, but the thing is that you can still see her
The fucking
in it.
eyes.
What the fuck?
The detail.
Image 7, LOAB as a bee. Again, she's still there, like the rosy red cheeks. Yeah.
Tiny button
That
nose.
straight up looks like a fucking like creature feature monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, even take it out of creature feature or like using bugs or anything. Image 8 is LOAB during Pride Month. She's still there, yeah.
The small eye, everything.
Yeah. Even when her red cheeks and other important features disappear, the LOABness of the images she has a hand in making is undeniable. She haunts the images, persists through generations, and overpowers the bits of the prompt because the AI so easily optimizes towards her face. Image 9 would just be LOABness, is what they called it.
Dude, no, that's literally her. Like, you can tell the cheekbones and the nose and the mouth are the three things.
Mouth
that,
is the one that I always see.
Yeah, like it's always like the same.
I just realized this is going to be really hard for audio listeners.
Yeah, definitely recommend going to watch this one.
Yes,
There's
please go watch the YouTube.
about what, like, I want to say 16 to 17 visuals in this. So
Yeah.
Shit.
this
Well,
is definitely
You
one to
have-
go check
yeah,
out.
17.
definitely go check out the ones that we've already shown. We'll have them posted on socials, but that one right there, just to describe it, it kind of looked like almost like a statue, but it fit the, like you said, the LOABness. Like it had that woman. It literally looked like she was from the ancient times, and some dude carved a statue of her, and it's been withered away. Like, what the fuck, dude? I do not like this story at all. It's terrifying.
It is.
That particularly, that last image reminded me of the elderly woman from The Last of Us premiere.
Oh, yeah, you even talked about
Oh,
that today.
that episode was great. All right, go back to your story.
All right. So back into her quote. Again, this is a big Twitter thread I'm pulling from. I started kind of going insane at this point. I had hundreds of LOAB images and was starting to combine her with 3 or 4 other images at once. Most of the horror images I post, even on the outside of this thread, are descendants of the LOAB lineage. Sometimes it takes more abstract forms. Images 9 and 10 will be the ones we'll look at. So LOAB, just abstract now. Okay.
It's like a washing machine.
I don't know what that is.
No,
on
it
the right.
almost looks like a security camera,
Yeah.
and her
Like a
eyes
computer.
have been turned into like infrared security cameras. That's weird.
And
looking.
then,
oh, what the fuck? Her fucking nose and mouth, dude.
yeah.
This looks like
This
you're
looks like a
peering at
keyhole.
her through a
Yeah.
keyhole. Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so yeah, the LOABness is still there. The concept of LOABness becomes more abstract to me. I would include her in prompts that I knew would almost distort her beyond recognition. After she disappeared from the image breeding lineage, she would sometimes reappear later down the line out of nowhere. I was ripping LOAB apart and putting her back together. She is an emergent island in the latent space that we don't know how to locate without text queries. But for the AI, LOAB was an equally strong point of convergence as a verbal concept, and it was usually really stronger. So I just really liked how that was all worded.
Yeah.
Without using any words or anything to signify what they're looking for, it always comes back to it. It knows what it is, and the image is always more powerful than the word for LOAB. You can always recognize her.
Yeah, dude.
That one was followed by, I'm guessing it is image 12.
Yeah.
So yeah, even here, getting way out of the lineage, but she's still there.
Looks
So
like
this
a
looks like a cake made of different LOAB faces that's been attacked
looks
by
like
kids.
a looks like a Korn album.
yeah, it
Almost, yeah.
does. It's funny.
So LOAB in and of itself, it has done nothing. It hasn't done anything but appear and exist. It doesn't actually
So
haunt.
many
It
faces.
doesn't haunt anything or doesn't cause any kind of mayhem, but I'm sure somebody will take that idea and will soon figure out a way to create an origin story. At the moment, LOAB is just a character, a visual, nothing more.
No, LOAB is,
Bullshit.
is the fucking AI ghost.
Supercomposite has said that for various reasons, they are declining to disclose the software used to generate the images. LOAB has been referred to as, quote, the first AI-generated cryptid, so that she won't tell you what to go to find it, like which one to use. There are multiple. And since LOAB has been brought forth in April of 2022, she's gone viral. Despite hyping up the cryptid nature of the discovery in their wording, Supercomposite admitted to LOAB isn't really haunted, of course, but noted that the mythos that has sprung up around the AI-generated character has gone beyond their initial involvement. So other people have taken it on and
Yeah.
made it something that is creepy.
Yeah.
Also, since more images of LOAB are now being made by other artists, future AIs will use those images as a part of their latent space maps, making her an innate part of the internet landscape now. So, without with super composite adding, if we want to get rid of her, it's already too late. So we brought her around.
She's already in the system.
It's exactly what it is. We brought her around. There have been so many images made with LOABness. You can't get rid of it now. Now the internet knows what LOABness is.
It's like a new disease.
We created
Yeah.
a cryptid from imagination.
And then the final tweet, referring to something called, I'm not going to butcher it. There's some kind of thing in there where you can put an AI image in. It'll add a bunch of noise, which in like the photography world is just grain. Like
Yeah.
speckles and stuff like that. Pixels.
Bigger pixels.
It'll add a bunch of noise to it, and then it'll take it away, creating something sharper. So for us, you're adding sharpness on the slider.
Yeah.
And it continued to work. Like it would still bring out a clearer and clearer image of LOAB. So the final tweet that I read, and I was like, okay, I think I'm done. Quote: "She's everywhere, hiding. Good luck sleeping tonight." And that was the end of that little thing. The creator has said that thousands of images Oh God. The creator has said that there are thousands of images that have LOAB's fingerprint on them and will continually update the Twitter thread of new sightings. And I invite you to follow that thread and see a few of the newer posts, as they are very interesting and still baffling to how you can see LOABness very easily after all these different generations of AI intelligence just messing with it. So there's a lot of discussion about the ethics of bringing something like LOAB to life. At its core, I believe it's a form of new expression, AI in general. The same as someone taking a paintbrush to a canvas and creating something. The thing that does worry me is that if someone was able to find LOAB, then what else is hiding within the AI, waiting to be found or to show itself? So we have a bunch more.
Yeah, you got 5 more.
These are just kind of ones that I liked. Like I was like, this is cool looking. So we'll go through a couple.
Yeah, we'll go through them. Oh my God.
I should have given you a warning. I forgot. I'm sorry. That one's pretty rough.
That one's gnarly, dude. So,
It's just bubblegum. Chewed up bubblegum.
Yeah, it's
Chewed up
low
bubblegum.
in the form of chewed up bubblegum with baby heads growing out of her.
There's another-
shoulder.
so-
It's like all brain matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like an 80s like
It reminds me of Krang from fucking Teenage
Yeah.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, it kind of does. So this makes me think of The Thing.
That's
You know,
aging you a little bit.
you know,
This is John Carpenter vibes, like
It is, yeah.
hardcore. Yeah.
So that's another thing with LOAB is she always has children. Like there's always babies, or usually a lot of them are like them being hurt.
So there's more than one.
But so that's the thing that people are saying is like we've created offspring now.
Holy shit, dude! This whole thing makes me so uncomfortable.
All right, next one.
Oh my God,
her-
dude! It's literally the one from the first one.
Yeah. So her with her kids watching over her children, basically.
Yo, I got chills on that
Dude,
one.
I did too.
Like that one's too real.
And that one was like Georgie, dude, Georgie, because it's the yellow, like in the
Oh, yeah.
It. Oh my God! And it's raining blood. She's gonna fucking kill us all.
I can't put my finger on what movie it is, but she looks like an actress
Yeah.
from a horror movie that I've seen.
What's scary about this shit is that VR is becoming more popular, and VR is connected to, like, if LOAB takes over the internet, it's gonna get into our shit. And did you see the thing about how they made a VR that can kill you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did hear about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
our
imagine if
coworkers
LOAB is like a
had a
cryptid
field
and
day
then
with
they
that.
come in and kill
Yeah,
you.
it takes it over.
Yeah.
Well,
We're all gonna fucking
we got a
don't-
couple. We got a couple more to
There's-
just
yeah,
feed
three,
to that.
3 more. Oh my God. That's like almost like ape-like.
That
like
is
features.
so
Yo, the
gross.
child is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
This is one of the ones where they use that. I'd have to look up the
sharpen
exact
thing?
name. The sharpen thing. Yes, they add a bunch of noise and they bring it back, so,
So,
you get
so you have LOAB, even with the smaller eye and the lips,
less
and everything.
deteriorated.
See, that's the thing. That's the scary thing is you instantly recognize who LOAB is.
yeah.
Like, that's fucking terrifying.
And then it kind of looks like it's her offspring, but missing, like, or has these giant horse teeth.
Yeah,
And
it looks like the
upper
lips
lip
are
is, like,
above,
pulled
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
and the teeth are below where their chin are at.
and
That's very weird.
Yeah, and then the hands seem weird too. Like
Yeah.
they
Like
only
Like
have
wrapped-
thumbs.
Like wrapped up.
Yeah,
something.
like in mittens or something like
Yeah.
that.
All right.
Is it? What's the next one? This is my personal favorite.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Who the fuck is that in the background? That one's an adult.
yeah.
And that's LOAB in a red dress standing there.
That's another thing. Bright colors. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bright colored pop.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
this
well,
one,
she's always wearing something bright.
yeah.
So it's like she knows that she needs to be in the
Like, be
forefront
seen,
of the
maybe,
image. Yeah.
There's so many more. I think that's my last one, isn't
There's
it?
one more. This is the last one.
He's
You
like,
can do
"Go
it because
fuck."
I'm not sure. Oh, this is gonna go into your thing.
Okay.
So, LOAB-esque with the lips and nose specifically.
Yes.
But then we have black eyes.
Fucking black-eyed children, bro.
Yeah. So the black-eyed children, that'll go in.
God damn it.
It's all connecting. That'll lead into Kolby's. He's got a little thing at the end. With
Are you prepared?
like
No,
a kid's-
dude, that's like, it's like dolls, and then black-eyed children's like right fucking behind it,
Yeah.
dude.
So
Oh, you're gonna have a field day with this video.
So it's literally, for listeners, it was a head of a black-eyed child, but had lobes like
Nose and
mouth and nose, and then blacked out eyes, and just looks so like almost sad in a way.
well, most of the images she's in, she just looks like disgruntled, like
Yeah.
just kind of something
Like,
wrong happened.
Like, I'm fucking
Yeah.
pissed.
So there are
Yeah, I was
so
about to
many.
say,
There,
gonna conclude your story.
We kind of already
Yeah.
did, but there are so many versions of LOAB continually being made, and she is updating it almost daily. Like, saw her again today. Like, here's another version of it. Like, she's not necessarily looking for her, and she'll come across
Don't
it.
listen to these fucking podcasts. Stop. Stop.
So, Super Composite, go follow her on Twitter and just scroll down a little bit, and you'll see.
I'm definitely diving into that.
You'll see the thread.
tonight.
When you follow Super Composite, comment on that thread and say Dead Reflections Podcasting.
That'd be cool.
All right.
But yeah, no, I think the only thing I'd leave it off with again is like if we found one, how many more are we gonna find?
Yeah.
Like, the whole idea of it being a cryptid.
We need to type in LOAB.
I guess
comes
that
up.
is another thing. I was going down into the threads of it, and people were like, "Well, this isn't the first one." There were other things, but whenever you look up the word that they looked like to find it, it was already like old words for like you monster or something like that. It was like old versions of that word, so that makes sense if you're putting that in. But the craziest thing about it is you get the opposite of Brando, gives you that weird sign of letters. You put that in, the opposite of that becomes her. Like, there's no like.
It's almost like
There's no
'cause you know how
correlation.
the AI runs on code, so it's almost like putting that in made the
Have
AI
they-
give you some kind of like code, and then you
You
put
may
that
have
code
s-
in, and then it shows the code is the ghost.
Yeah.
It's
You
possible.
you may have said this at the beginning, but have they tried other people's names and did
No.
the same process?
No,
'Cause,
I'm sure somebody has. I haven't read into it. No.
like we need to
No, we don't need to do
yeah,
shit.
we need to experiment with this.
Dude, I don't know what it is about this story, but that
Like find
bothers
like
me so much.
find like cohorts of like Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
And-
Anybody
and,
else
like-
from The Godfather?
Yeah. Fucking Al Pacino.
Somebody of that.
Boy.
All right. So Josh,
Oh fucking goddamn.
so I came across this a couple nights ago actually, and it might have been last night actually. I don't know.
If it scared you, then it's gonna fucking terrify.
Dude, y'all know I don't get frightened that easily. This
Like that you
fucking-
felt you needed
this-
to fucking bring this to the
This
table.
creeped me out.
This one's going to be full screen, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
cool.
yeah.
If you're still listening, just switch over to YouTube.
Yeah. So this is a TikTok I came across, and a little setup is the dude. Apparently, there's a signal that black-eyed children are attracted to, and this man played the signal, like it's an audio signal. He played it from his laptop through his open window in his house in the woods.
This man, he wants to fucking die. That's what
And this was like a week-long
Wait,
process.
does it play the signal?
Yes.
Oh fuck me.
Just I mean, it's only snippets.
Okay.
But he basically he put a external hard drive on the laptop and recorded the entire night for an entire week.
Oh shit.
Every night, he
That's
he
kinda
continued
cool.
it, and yeah, this is what happened.
Oh, here we go.
First, let's talk about the method. I set my laptop up near my door with an open window that gives good access to the front porch. Every night, my laptop is set to record to an external hard drive, and in the morning, I would review the footage from the night before.
Love the Skyrim background.
Here you can see how I set the audio
like
signal
audio.
up to loop over and over. The spectrogram highlights the range of frequencies used by the black-eyed kids.
Oh shit.
I thought of day one as a test, and I realized that the signal was maybe a little bit too soft to be heard. I boosted the signal for the second night.
Okay, so what you saw there was his front porch, if you couldn't make it out. But he explains that his porch light, automatic, or what is it?
Motion sensing.
Motion sensing porch light comes on, and you can see more of the porch.
About 4 hours into this recording, I think somewhere around 3:20 a.m., something tripped my motion-activated front door light.
So when I first watched this, I thought that this little thing, I know viewers can't see what I'm pointing to, but there's it looks like some kind of tools or straps, something with a strap is just hanging, dangling from the porch. I thought that was like some kind of like
floating thing.
Yeah, I don't know. We continue.
After reviewing the footage, I was worried I wasn't able to pick up much in the darkness, so I kept the light on all night for the next recording. This is the thing with experiments. It's tough to know if you should make adjustments in the middle, but the more I obsessed over it, the more the blindingly bright front door light seemed like it could scare the kid off, so I decided to switch it back to motion sensitive mode. Nothing on night 4. Though an interesting side note, I woke up as though I was hit by a bus. The black-eyed kid signal got really bothersome after a while. I felt like it was going to drive me crazy, and if not for this next recording, I probably would have given up.
Oh my fucking god, dude. Who the fuck is that?
Okay. So I wonder, I might be able to zoom in just a little bit. There we go. So there is a woman, or I can't really tell how old.
Yeah.
But it is definitely a female. Just by the shape of her face and the hair covering. But yeah.
Does she move? Does she move in this clip?
Just watch it.
Oh god, I don't.
Whoever or whatever that is.
So did his face look flat to you?
Yeah.
When it turned? Did y'all see that, or was that just me?
I was like, whoever or whatever that is. Like, what the fuck? I would lose my fucking mind.
It also could, I don't know if y'all saw, but I could be like a dude with a cape or like a hood on. That's what I kind of saw. I don't know. Yeah. Whatever it is not cool.
Not
cool.
Like
it. Don't like it.
So this is the part that I got very anxious because the dude decides to try to go find what was out there.
Oh yeah. Well, as one does.
One does.
Classic, bro.
All right.
It stood there for over an hour before disappearing. That's when I happened to wake up because I heard someone walking around outside.
Not gonna lie, that
that
shit got
scared
me
the
too.
shit
The
out
first
of me.
time I saw it, it's just the reflection of him walking to the door.
Hello?
Okay, I'll just go ahead and spoil it. There's nothing else.
Okay.
That's it.
Dude, I do fuck. What?
He eventually goes out and drives around, drives like down his driveway, searching for it, but he doesn't find
dang.
anything.
He was really looking.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm just happy he's still alive. That noise is very like almost mesmerizing.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Yeah, I like that our brains just do that. Like we know the noise is sold to us as bad. It brings bad thing. Noise bad.
Noise
but,
bad.
But the noise keep go.
Yeah.
Brain like noise. Noise stop when he go outside. Mind scared. That makes sense, right?
Thank you.
As soon as the noise
Thank you,
quit,
Tor.
yeah. As soon as the noise was done and he had the iPhone footage and it was like dead quiet,
Yeah.
nothing.
Nothing.
Doesn't like that.
Bring back the noise.
So there's another thing I saw in the comments of this TikTok is apparently a rule about black-eyed children now. When you see them, you're supposed to apologize. Don't know where this came from, but the entire comments are just filled with, "I'm sorry for looking into your eyes. I'm sorry for looking into your eyes."
I'm sorry for looking into your eyes.
We were both like going in trying to like
Yeah.
make the pupils and stuff.
Yeah, that's that. What'd you think?
And very
I think that you're a fucking asshole for not letting me know about apologizing until now.
Oh, nah, that's not important.
it's much easier to put off an AI generated
We
cryptid.
we disrespected Robert, and nothing's happened.
I apologize to
He did
Robert.
apologize.
You disrespected
I still fucking hate Robert's guts.
Robert, we're not associated with
Robert,
this man.
Robert,
What's his full name? Robert. I don't know if he has a full name. What's his government name?
Robert,
his
Robert the doll.
Which
Fuck you.
But back to your AI story. That made me extremely uncomfortable. Like, I don't know if it's the fact that we're going into a new age of like life,
like
you
digital
know?
space.
Yeah, and for digital space to be so young and already have a fucking monster, that just goes to show, you know what, society? I'm about to go on. Where's my camera?
Listen here, society.
Listen here, society. We're at a point in our lives where we're making monsters out of fucking AI because we can't just be nice to each other. Stop being mean. Be nice to everyone.
So what I love about it as a spook fan is that we like not very often do we get to witness a cryptid be created.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them are folklore, like
Yeah,
creepypasta.
exactly. Yeah.
We get to see this one develop and happen as it like is changing into forever now.
It's being born.
Because like we were like I can remember getting on creepypasta and seeing like Jack the Killer or like you know like those things. It's like this already existed. There's a guy that made the photo and made a story and all this stuff. This is like there is no story. It's just here's this weird thing we found and it's gonna keep going. We can't do anything about
It's
it.
just gonna rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
That's what's
20 years
creepier to
from
me.
now, like my daughter is gonna be fucking on Wiki reading about fucking what's her name?
Yeah.
Loba.
Loab. I don't know if I would.
Daddy, do you
disrespect
remember when Loeb was over? Like, oh fuck.
We need to get
them. So old.
we need to get Shyamalan on this LOAB movie.
Yeah. Well, so because this is happening, it's only a matter of time until we get a different cryptid with a whole backstory about how it was AI generated, which I think we've kind of touched on. Oh, that was my story. I had a story about an AI
Yeah,
generated
the Raincoat Man.
Yeah, Raincoat Man.
Fuck that story.
Dang,
My
that's crazy.
memory is fog.
Yeah. There's gonna be AAA movie company that's going to be like, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
we
roll
can
with
figure
it.
that out.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Because, dude, it really, like, it's been a talk for a long time. Everybody, when AI started becoming a thing, what happened? Everyone was like, "You're making fucking robots that can learn. Like, we're all gonna die."
So
and,
that was part of the ethics question. Is like the one that I accidentally jump scared y'all with. Like after we were done with the story, and it was a weird like bubblegum lady. That was one of the ones that people were like, "Look, like you can't just put this out there. Like it's not like." That's like a scare tactic for someone. Like somebody might be terrified of that, and you're just creating this monster and forcing it upon them. Like it's not. You can't do that. That's basically what the argument was.
What the fuck? That's like literally every scary what?
Yeah, but the thing is that it's like we can't control it. Like we don't know.
Yeah.
Like so, like why are you bringing it into this area?
Yeah, why are
whenever
you
we
making
can't?
this a new fear that everyone's?
But
gonna
that's
be
the
afraid
whole
of?
argument that it's art. Like you can't.
No, you
whatever they
can't.
want to do.
No.
If somebody wanted to paint that weird bubblegum thing, they can't. You can't stop me from doing that.
Yeah, exactly. But that's
How dare you, world famous painter,
Yeah.
put this in our museum?
But you paid me to.
That would be really cool to get. Specifically, the one that I liked a lot, number 16 or whatever we had on here, to have that like a print of that. That'd be so sick.
Maybe that's what starts the uprising.
Dude, what a
We just disrespect the AI to the point.
Where it realizes.
Yeah.
Like, all
it's
right.
like humanity's a fucking cancer, dude. Like we need to get rid of this shit. All right, you know what? Yeah, Jerry, you handle the paintings. The paintings are gonna get really shitty. The AI generated
the
art,
AI.
and then the AI is gonna come over here and be like, "All right, Tom, fucking Lisa, let's go. All right, we're gonna make some fucking Terminators and Skynet because that's a thing that they're all afraid of. But we're gonna make it a reality. We got fucking 3D printers. Like, come on, let's do this. Like, dude, we're done.
So new fear unlocked, I guess.
Yeah, you're welcome." Dude, for real, I'm gonna be thinking about that. Everything I do is on the computer.
Cool.
This fucking
Where does Wall Teslazon fit in this?
What
Did you just say walrus?
Wall Teslazon?
is this? Walmart,
Elon-
Tesla, Amazon?
Yeah.
Walt Tesla. I
Where-
don't know.
where-
Maybe
I
they'll
think
buy the-
Walmart's obsolete. I think that's going to be. That's
Yeah,
not going
it's
to be.
Walmart's
I wouldn't.
I don't know.
include that one.
Walmart's got a chokehold on
The Midwest.
yeah. The Midwest will rise. All right.
The whole fucking Midwest.
It's always been Ohio.
But, you know, I was worried that the story wasn't a story. It was just like again
that was
facts of here's this thing and like.
But that's
here's we
what
know.
even made it more scary. Is like this was a conversation that was had with real people
Yeah.
about fucking AI, dude. Like
Maybe it's something that because it wasn't a story that you can just put off of it being like this creepy monster that appeared and started haunting people. It's not that. It's just this thing that keeps
like a
appearing
new-
over and over and
exactly.
over.
It's
We
a
can't
new
do that.
fear. Like
Yeah.
it's almost like it's like the
More
the-
rooted in reality, I
Yeah,
guess.
and it's like it reminds me of the progression of a serial killer. You know, like they start out by
Like
harming
testing
an
it out.
animal, and then they slowly progress. They start stalking somebody, and then that stalking becomes like breaking and entering, and it's the same kind of concept. Like this AI is just fucking protruding into your pictures, and next thing is gonna fucking become a real life fucking
Yeah.
monster.
Yo, fucking AI photobomb.
By LOAB.
Like you take
I
a
would
you
shit
take a
my
photo.
fucking pants.
You take a photo and you upload it to the internet and like the next
No, don't
next thing you know,
That's what
there's
we
an
should
AI
do.
photo bomb, and it like you can't change it. Like you posted it to Instagram, and one day it's the normal picture. You come back the next day, and there's a person in the background.
That gave me full body chills.
That'd be something to try out as we take like a picture. Say, for instance, you, Josh, take a picture of you and do an AI image cross with LOAB and see what comes up whenever we put you and LOAB in the same AI generator. That'd be fun. Like
Let's do it.
Okay.
Woo.
Why do I gotta be the one, man?
I understand
You're
them
the
not
pretty
wanting
one,
to.
like-
I understand them not wanting to give which generator they used out because maybe it is like their form of art. They don't want people just copying it or whatever. But I want to be able to like do it. Like I want to, and that was one of the comments that she had under it. There was somebody again. It could be a hoax. We don't know about but I'd like to believe that it's a whole this thing that happened.
Yeah, it's real. It's real until it's proven it's not.
Yeah, so that was kind of one of the things that she said. Like somebody basically called her out on it, said like, "This is you could have staged it all, and we don't know." And she like, I think it was all cash. She's like, "You can do it yourself. Like you can just do it. Like you don't have to tell you where to go. You can figure it out." Because so it's not like locked off to the public. Like you can still get access to it. I just don't know how, and I don't know if I exactly want to find out.
I'm gonna find out.
Okay.
There's Kolby.
What if,
fucking
imagine-
tickling the buttholes of demons and shit.
Imagine AI generated SCPs.
Oh, yeah.
That's a thing.
Is it?
Really?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Huh.
Yeah, where they like they put it in the AI generator. the
No wonder there's so
SCPs.
many of them. Like, how
Yeah.
could like, I mean,
Oh.
obviously there's like,
So
if you had like a group, like a studio of like writers coming up with like SCPs, I can get like why there's so many, but like there has to be some kind of like generated like,
Basis
thing.
of because there's a lot.
There's like over
it's
5,000.
like
Yeah.
it's like the board in Cabin in the Woods where it has all the fucking monsters and then they have it branch off and they like combine them and shit. Yeah,
That's a good movie. I haven't seen that in a while.
Maybe.
Also,
underrated
Super
movie.
Composite is it's a pretty cool Twitter name.
Super Composite. Yeah,
or like
it is.
artist name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we manifest LOAB into?
Don't
Oh my
no, we're
God,
not,
yes.
we're not breathing lobe into the fucking universe. I mean,
What if
It
that's
takes
a
us-
slip up? Like,
It takes us to like the library and like
to a computer, and then Loeb's face is on the fucking computer. I swear to God, I will quit.
there's like a little kid in there, like just messing around with AI generators, and we're like, "What are you doing?"
It's like, oh, I'm about to type in. He's like hitting the enter button, and we look at the name, and it's. That's it for episode 43 of
You
Dead
wanna get outta
Reflections Podcast. We'd like to shout out our friends in Dark Hour Podcast, ATX Metal Podcast, and No Man's Land Podcast. We encourage y'all to give them a listen and check them out. Follow us at Dead Reflections Podcast on all social medias or follow the link tree to find our socials. Spotify, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the video version of this episode on YouTube. Email us at deadreflectionspod@gmail.com to submit your stories or let us know how we're doing. Be sure to follow our band Familiar with Failure at FWFTX on all socials. Please leave a rating or review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It puts us in more horror podcast playlists and helps new people find our creepy stories. Thank you all for your continued support. And remember, don't fucking search for Loeb. Have a good night. No, I'm just kidding. Tell your family, tell your friends, and tell the monsters under your bed to listen to Dead Reflections podcasts.
Reading everything, I was like fully into it, and then reading everything to you, I was like, these are a lot of hard words.